Hi guys! So, the Grammys were on this week and I know YouTube in the next couple of days is just going to be flooded with makeup tutorials from all the different pop stars. I know Katy Perry looked amazing, so there'll definitely be lots of her. Beyonce also looked unbelievable. Her dress was amazing. I love her new hair. I think her new hair is fab. But I have to say, my favorite in terms of makeup and hair and the outfit, everything, was Taylor Swift. So that's who I'm going to be recreating the look of today. So on the face of it, it just looks like a kind of a classic kind of grey silver, a bit of a smoky eye with pink lips and cheeks. It is a little bit different though. There's a bit of a blue liner thrown in there, so it's a little bit more quirky. Also, I have got the beginnings of a head cold, so I am so tired. You know, when you're starting to get sick, your body is just shutting down. So I'm not my usual energetic self in this video. I know, even though I've only just recorded it, I haven't even looked back through the footage. I know I'm not as bubbly as usual. So if you're wondering, it's just because I'm feeling a little bit under the weather. But hopefully it will pass really quickly. I really hope so anyway, because my dad is coming in a few days, so I had better not be sick. I can't be sick. But anyway, I'm sure you don't care about that, you just want to see the tutorial, so keep watching. Today for my foundation, I'm going to mix a little bit of MAC's Studio Fix Fluid in NW15 with some MAC Strobe Cream. So I want to get like a nice flawless finish and nice coverage, but I also want it to be a little bit dewy, so the Strobe Cream will help to kind of give that luminosity to the foundation. So I'm just going to buff that on with a Real Techniques buffing brush. Next, I'm going to put some concealer on, and I'm using this under my eyes, and I've got a few blemishes and a bit of redness around my nose, so I'm just going to use the same concealer for everywhere, and it's my MAC Prolongwear in NW20. So I'm just kind of painting that on with a clean, very important, it's clean, 217 brush. And just use my finger to make sure it's really well blended in. And then to set everything and take away the excess shine through the center of my face, I'm using my Essence All About Matte Powder. And on a MAC 109 brush, I'm just gonna press that through the center of my face. And I know this is gonna look like it's kind of pointless that I use the Strobe Cream because I'm covering the shine up with powder, but my skin is so oily that even by the end of this tutorial, by the time I'm finished doing the eyes and stuff, some of my kind of natural oils will have come through, so my skin will be not as shiny as without the powder, but not as matte as with the powder. Does that make sense? It'll kind of just develop into a nice kind of satiny finish. Alright, I'm going to move on to my brows and then finish the skin after the eyes are done. So I'm just looking at a picture of Taylor here, and her brows are just really, really natural. They've probably just popped a little bit of eyeshadow or something through them to give them a bit more definition. I'm just going to use pencil because you can see I have like no definition really in my brows naturally. This is an Essence brow pencil in the color Blonde. I'm just going to follow my natural shape. And then I'm just going to run some clear brow gel through them. So this is MAC's Clear Brow Set. First thing I'm going to do on my eyes is prime them. I'm using Nars Pro Prime. A little tiny bit and rub it in with my fingers. On top of that primer, I'm going to do a really light wash of Vex Eyeshadow, which is kind of like a grey, it almost is a pinky duochrome, grey silver kind of colour. It's a really unusual colour, but it works well with these kind of silvery grey eyes, just as a base colour. And I'm going to bring that up into my brow bone, about halfway between my crease and my eyebrow. Next, I'm going to take Silver Ring eyeshadow by MAC, and on that same 217, just going to start working that into the crease. This is a very, very soft eye, like it's not very, like she doesn't have a very cut crease or anything like that. It's very, very soft and blended. And then just to intensify that crease a little bit more and add a more matte tone in, I'm going to use Scene by MAC, which is kind of a purpley grey. And on a MAC 226 brush, which is a little bit more tapered than the 217, I'm just going to put that right in at the crease. Now, Taylor's lower lash line in this look is actually quite interesting. They've obviously tried to make her eyes look a little bit bigger than they are. So what they've done is taken that same kind of silvery grey colour as in the crease along the lower lash line, but then pulled it down a little bit further in on this inside corner, and then really highlighted this inside corner with like a really bright kind of silvery sparkle colour. So I'm going to do the dark colour now, and first I'm going to take silver ring and an angle brush, and we'll do that inside corner first. Not too much product on the brush, so I'm taking a little bit onto the brush and then just wiping it off on my hand. So I have very little product actually on this brush. You don't want it to be too dark in here. And I'm coming down, I'm not going right in at my waterline, I'm coming down and leaving a gap. And then coming back up and joining my lash line. And then just taking a pencil brush with a little bit of that eyeshadow on, I'm going to soften that. And I'm going to go over that with Scene eyeshadow, but just not blend it out so far, so you get a slightly more three-dimensional effect. So now for that really shiny inner corner highlight. So today I'm using a MAC pigment. I'm 90% sure this is called Pearl. I never labeled this one, it's just a little sample I have. But I will double check and I'll let you know. I'll have it on the screen here somewhere. So just using that same pencil brush I was using earlier. Let's go around the inside corner. Ooh. Maybe take the excess off the brush first so you don't get so much of it on your eyeball. And we'll just bring it in on this inside corner as well. I've just looked at the picture again, the reference picture I'm using, and it actually looks like her crease colour comes in quite a lot further than I've brought mine, so I'm just going to bring it into the bridge of my nose a bit further. So I'm just taking Scene eyeshadow on the 226. Just bring that right the way around. Alright, now it's time for the liner, and if you look really closely at the pictures, you can see that Taylor's eyeliner is actually dark blue and not black, and I think that just makes it all the more interesting, and it really actually brings out the blue in her eyes, even though technically with colour theory it shouldn't, but it works, it really works. So I went off and got myself a blue liquid liner because I didn't actually own one, so I have purchased one of the Model's Preferred liquid liners in the colour Electric Blue. I only just swatched it on my hand, so I have no idea what it kind of wears like or looks like on, but we shall find out. Now the only thing, one complaint I have is the felt tip pen or liner thing is quite chunky and quite hard. It's not a brush, it's a sponge, and I hate them. So I've decanted some onto my palette, which you can see here, and I'm just going to use a normal liner brush to apply it. And Tay Tay is a fan of the flicks, so we're going to do a bit of a kind of cat eye flick. That's actually a really nice eyeliner. It goes on very smooth. I'm just going to take a little bit of that liner on that liner brush and dot a few little dots along the lower lash line. I don't want to do an actual line, but I do want to just give a bit more kind of definition on the bottom lash line. And when the mascara goes on, it will just kind of look like thick bottom lashes. For mascara today, I'm using the Rimmel Scandaleyes. This is the Retro Glam. I'm just going to add a little bit more of a highlight and a kind of concealer for my under eye area. I think I have the beginnings of a head cold and my eyes are really poofy. I always get like kind of swollen around here when I get a head cold because my sinuses always swell up. So I'm just feeling a little bit like I look very tired. So I'll just brighten up in there a bit. Oh, I should tell you what this is. This is the MAC blah blah blah. I can't talk. See, it's the head cold. I can't talk. This is the MAC Prep and Prime Radiant Rose highlighter. Oh my god, I can't talk. Radiant Rose highlighter pen. I'm just gonna take my beauty blender to just dab that in. Alright, moving back to my skin. I'm gonna just warm up my skin a little bit. Not gonna contour or anything like that, but just warm up my skin with my Nars Laguna bronzer. Ah, what is this? And for my blush today, I'm using this MAC Prolongwear blush in Stay Pretty. So it's a nice peachy, pinky peach, I should say, rather than a peachy pink. There's definitely more of a pink in there. And for my lip colour today, I'm going to use Chatterbox by MAC, which is a lovely, it's almost exactly the same colour as the cheek colour, but in a lipstick, obviously. I'm just going to blot that because it's a little bit pinker than I would like, so just to take some of the colour off, and then finish it with a tiny bit of gloss. I'm using one of the NYX Butter glosses in the colour Eclair. Just right in the center. And that is the finished Taylor Swift Grammys 2014 look. So I really hope you enjoyed this video. I really hope you give it a try yourself because seriously, this is really easy. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to click the thumbs up button, give me a like, and if you haven't subscribed, you should definitely subscribe. I put out videos every Wednesday and Friday. If there are any celebrities that you want me to recreate a makeup look for, please let me know in the comments down below. I'm always looking for inspiration for videos, so yeah, please give me your feedback down below. I was going to say downstairs. Yep, downstairs. That sounds kind of dirty. Alright, thank you so much for watching, guys, and we'll see you very soon. Bye! Bye, guys! So, I'm not going to do a tutorial today.